Let's take a look at the hero's belief system versus the villain's belief system. So when I engage in public speaking with both adults and youth, I often tell them, you are the product of your belief system. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your reactions inform the world of what you truly believe and who you truly are. This principle of living out your belief system is true in both fiction and nonfiction. The belief systems of heroes and villains are diametrically opposite of each other, and the results of those belief systems either save or destroy the world. Villains often analyze human nature, then use principles of chaos theory to cause a disruption that results in confusion and the destruction of humanity, as well as the world itself. So what is chaos theory? Chaos theory is understanding the effects of injecting chaos into an organized and predictable system. Villains use chaos theory by introducing a negative, chaotic element or idea into the known paradigm or the understood order of natural things. Their intention is that the result will disrupt the normal flow of a system in order to get a different but predetermined outcome that is in the favor of the perpetrator but at the expense of others who depend on the prior system to function properly. Villains typically bring chaos by denying obvious material truth, then destroying both the society and material world around them with lies. Heroes often restore order by facing the obvious truth and bringing the evidence for that truth to the light so that all can see it. The villain's ultimate purpose is to cause chaos and confusion in order to obtain their goal. The hero's ultimate purpose is to use truth and justice to restore order and bring peace to the world. Both villains and heroes often suffer at an early age in their lives. Both are faced with the choice of how to deal with the pain. Villains take their pain out on the world. Heroes use their pain as motivation to prevent and alleviate the pain of others. A hero's foundation is their love for humanity as a whole, because they believe that each human being possesses intrinsic or internal value in and of themselves as a living human being. A hero will risk their lives to save the seemingly least valuable victim, because the hero understands that the value of each individual cannot be measured only by external results in the present moment. Heroes understand that human beings have an almost unlimited capacity for good over a lifetime of experiences. Heroes believe that each individual deserves the opportunity to become the best that they choose to be if given the option to exercise their free will. A villain's foundation is ultimately an internal and often an overtly expressed hatred for humanity as a whole. Villains believe that each human being possesses only extrinsic or external value based on their immediate utility to the villain or the propagation of the villain's agenda. A villain will destroy human beings simply because they are unable to be used as a tool in the villain's plans for world domination. They will also advocate and initiate genocide towards a population that gets in the way of progress toward the system that the villain is trying to shape society into. The battle between heroes and villains is the battle between good and evil. It is the battle between the philosophies of intrinsic and extrinsic value. It is the battle between the belief in truth and life as gifts to humanity and the glorification of lies, chaos, and death as tools to gain power and control. Ultimately, the battle between heroes and villains is the battle between unconditional love for the world and the all-consuming and unquenchable fires of hate. Villains have an unlimited capacity for evil. This is why we fear and despise them. Heroes have an unlimited capacity for good and hold themselves accountable for maximizing their potential. Heroes are the people who choose to risk their lives to defeat the villains, stand up for truth, and fight for freedom. Heroes are the ones who restore the paradigm that allows human beings to exist and function in a cohesive environment that is conducive to perpetuating humanity. This is why we love and strive to be like our truest examples of heroism. Some people believe that villains are more interesting and more fun than the heroes. They feel that heroes are too predictable and restrained by their convictions. They believe that villains are able to be free and unpredictable, which makes them more complex and more entertaining. I personally believe that heroes are much more interesting than villains. I believe that anyone can lose their moral code, yield to their base human nature, seek revenge, and become a villain. Villains are often driven by a single purpose, but with no personal restraint to hold them back from causing destruction of the world around them, unnecessary human suffering, and ultimately the death of the innocent are the final results. I believe that it is much harder for heroes to have self-discipline, self-control, extreme levels of focus, high moral standards, respect for the role of the justice system, and risk their lives fighting the villains while trying not to kill them. It is much harder for heroes to maintain balance with secret identities, personal lives, friends, and families to protect. It is sometimes difficult for them to continue believing that good will win over evil while continuing to maintain love for and faith in humanity when humanity often turns against them and blames them when things go wrong. Those are some of the reasons that heroes are more interesting to me than the villains. I understand the need for interesting and, in some cases, sympathetic villains. However, I consider the villains to be the necessary tools in each story that are used to demonstrate the drama that plays out when good ultimately conquers evil. It is my goal to reflect true hero values to the world through the stories of Solo Legion. It is my goal to inspire all people to aspire toward becoming the most ideal versions of themselves that is reasonably possible. It is my goal that each one of us will become the best hero that we can be to ourselves, to others, and to the world itself. I truly believe that the more heroes we inspire in society, the less villains the world will have to fear, the more peace we will all experience, the more freedom we will all enjoy, and the more love we will all share with each other. Thank you for watching and listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with those who you want to inspire to be true heroes.